Well, a fine morning to all of you. We're now into April, and April is generally the time we like to plant soybeans and corn, and I think we should do that. We have a little piece of field left over that we want to use. As you can see right over here, field number 7, we left half of it empty just for some spring planting, and I think we should plant something there. Now, I was thinking of doing corn just because it would be close in case we need to feed the animals and whatnot. And so without further ado, I think we'll go plant corn there and we'll do some soybeans on field number 10. We'll get them set up there with Mark Zuckerberg at the wheel. And there you go. There's just a tiny little strip of dirt in between. We got 4 rows of corn being planted. I'm going to babysit it for a little while just to make sure that he doesn't run over any of my other crops. I believe this is barley growing here beautifully, by the way. So I'll babysit him once I know that he's turning the right way so he doesn't run over my barley. We'll get the seed drill set up for the soybeans. What I'm proposing to do is to buy an actual seed tender. One like this. It would be a big purchase for sure, but this thing would actually be proper, and I believe this one has 6 compartments, so we could fill up with seed and with fertilizer. Would make things just a wee bit easier. I wish they made a smaller one like this, but I also think we can hook this up to the truck. It looks like its kingpin is really far forward, so that should work in our favor. I don't see any opposition from any of you guys, so I'm saying we buy it. For $114,000? I guess so. And there it is in all of its glory. Look at that unit. This one looks a little better with the short wheelbase we have. We're just going to try pipe out 1. So this would take hopper number 1. And it'll stick straight out of the back. Then we got hopper number 2. So all it's doing is inside of here it's opening up the different compartments. And now we have hopper 3, we got hopper 4, hopper 5, and pipe in, which would bring us back around like this, swing it in, and it rests up on the fenders again. I think the only thing left to do here is to fill this trailer up with some seed and fertilizer, and we'll call that good. We'll bring the other units back, and we'll get those older units sold, and we can use this from here on out. We finally got everything in order. It felt like I had to gather everything from all across the southern half of Texas just to collect all of my gear, like wagons in one spot, that auger was at one yard, the other auger was at a different yard, and I had to go and refill the bins here first. Oh man, quite a chaotic morning thus far, but we are now in a position where we can finally start loading this wagon, and the planters are out sitting there waiting. They need more seed, so we'll yes, this one only has fertilizer, so we'll just start putting fertilizer in this hopper, and I think what we'll do every other. So hopper 1 will get fertilizer, and if there's room for more, we'll put some in hopper 3. I think that's how we'll play that one. So right about there. This should only be a partial. I don't think we'll be able to fill it up, but I could be wrong. What do you know? She's all filled up. Alright, gonna move the auger, and we'll load up the seed, and we'll bring it out to the field. We've got our seed all loaded up too, and we are off to the races. We'll deal with that corn planter first, I guess, seeing as it is the closest. It might be a little bit preemptive, but I'm going to pop that pipe out already. Now I don't remember if the corn planter uses fertilizer or not. kind of past my memory, but we'll give it a try. I'll back it on up to the tractor and planter itself, and we'll see if we can get anything in that planter, and if not, then we'll switch over to seed. But we'll be able to make something work, I'm sure. And my understanding is I can lower this arm. Yes, I can. Something like so. Alright. Let's see if we can work some magic here. That is a very, very tight opening to have to back into. Thankfully, for us, that boom also does swivel. So even if we aren't quite precisely where we need to be, we can always swing it a little bit to the side. We're at the seed drill now. Let's see if we can get this in one shot. Oh, these graphics are terrible for getting in the way. There we are. I think this should do it. Try not to run over where we've already planted. I don't foresee that as being very productive. Interesting. It put fertilizer in there, but it filled with seeds. Alright. And once again, we'll get this tractor going. Hire worker, and away they go. Lots of fertilizer in there now. They should be more than happy. And we got a fair little bit left in there. Should be alright. Now that we have this new seed tender right over here, I think it's only fair we get rid of these here. They have been emptied, and so they're no longer required. And is there anything else we need to get rid of? I don't see anything else, but time will tell. So always checking my inventory, making sure that I don't have extra stuff that I don't really need. And with 11,700 in our bank account right now, I did have a little rotten idea that I wanted to try, just because sometimes I like to try things. For pretty much the money we got for our seed tenders, we could buy 2 more of these, and I do have a reason for it. I'm going to show you guys. These are just so we can differentiate. We're going to go with dual rib on both of these, so we can see which ones are the new ones and which ones are the old ones. I'm going to buy this. Wow, 200 bucks extra for the dual rib. And if you're wondering why I bought 2, it's all about to make sense. Okay, now the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Why did I get 2 more seed drills? And what purpose do they really serve, right? Well, I guess first I need to fill this thing back up, otherwise we're going to run into issues. So let me do that real quick, and then, wow, that was clickbait as heck. Yes, let me quickly take care of this tractor, and then I will show you guys what I got planned here. Okay, finally, we're now ready. We've filled up our seed drill. Everything is back the way we want it. And now I'm sure you guys are wondering, why on earth did I buy another 2 seed drills? I mean, the other one is a little beat up, don't get me wrong, but as you can see, I am able to move different parts of this unit around. So if I click there, there we go. Now we have 3 seed drills. And I don't know if this tractor will be able to handle all 3, but I do want to find out. It's going to be tough to line these up. I don't know how the AI is going to take this, or if it's going to be a royal disaster, but we're going to find out, aren't we? Worst case scenario, this is going to be laughable. So let's get it lined up here, just like that. And let's see if they know what they're doing. Yep, so far so good. And we're just spinning. So it's pretty clear to me that that is a no-go. Alright. If we unhook one. Nope. I want that one. What about now? Let's see. Oh, it's struggling. It is getting the job done, but it is struggling. I think for now I'll just leave it as is, at least until the pass is done, seeing as we started the pass. But yeah, we definitely can't be doing that. That was a little uncalled for. And don't worry, the seed drill will be used in the future. It will definitely be used. We'll get stronger tractors, ones that can actually pull 3 in a row, and then it'll be no problem. Now I'm just kind of curious if the old Super M is able to actually plant or not. Because this thing is, again, beyond capable of what it should really be. I'm going to try just doing a pass over at the far end. Just maybe we can get this thing planted a little sooner than we thought. Just coming up around the bend here. Would be most amusing. I would like to use the 1506, but as we all know, that thing's hitch is more useless than, well, I got a lot of adjectives to describe it. None of them are good, and so we will refrain from using those. But yes, let's see if this one can handle a seed drill. Oh, that's not bad at all. 9-10 clicks an hour. Oh, I said too much. Caught some rocks, did it? Oh, she's back in action. You know what? I'm going to leave it. I will allow this. And I think I will drop the other one once the other tractor comes back around at the end of the field. I feel like we don't need to torture that tractor. In fact, why don't we take a look and see what it's actually doing right now. Oh, yeah. 3% on this. This tractor might make it to the end, and we'll have to refill that one. But yes, we're looking at this one here. Hurry up, the little farmhouse is going to pass you. Wouldn't want that, would we? This is very amusing. Anyway, I gotta make sure this thing doesn't start a new row. So as soon as this comes to the end, I'm gonna refill it as well. Now, I just came across a theory, and I want to hear what you guys think. This is our next tractor in line. Do you guys think we should maybe rent it? Just to see how it does? We could try this on that dual seed drill and see how it works. This thing comes in at 140 horse, which is, you know, that's about a 45 horsepower jump from what we currently have. I'm thinking we should do it. It's not too expensive to rent, and I think, you know, I think in the end it'll probably be something we want to look into in the future anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and take that tractor, because this one here is getting retired shortly. If we do end up getting the 1066, then this one is going to go back to the dealer and someone else can have it. It's more trouble than it's really worth. So here's the new one. Oh, she got a nice crispy sound to her starting up, that's for sure. She sounds real good too. Alright, I'm going to wheel this over to our yard real quick, and then let's go get that hooked up and see what she does for power. Here, let's give this another try and see how it works now. Still a bit slow on the takeoff, but I have no reason to suspect it can't pick up. There we are. Just had to go up a gear. And yes, now we are rocking. You know, I'm gonna say this might be our next tractor. Look at that. We're up to 13 at this point. I mean, if we had cleaned up those rocks a little bit, that would have been so much nicer, but that is a bit far behind us now. We'll have to deal with these rocks for the foreseeable time. But yeah, no, it's definitely planting better now than it was before. I still don't think we're going to be doing 3 seed drills at a time. That might be a little much to ask for, but I think it's doing alright. While we're waiting for that guy to finish, I think I can take this tractor and hook it up to the other seed drill that's just meandering around. Oh, would you look at that? Maybe I won't even have to, because the little M has got it. It's kind of hilarious. Just kind of hilarious. Hey, would you look at that? Look straight ahead of us. We've got a bale. That's a bale of wool. That's cool. We were wondering when that was going to happen. You know, all of last season we never ever got a bale because our sheep were never healthy enough to produce. And now you can clearly see that that is not the case anymore. They now have plenty to offer us. So one of these is straw and one of these is grass. I'm wondering which is which. I'm not seeing anything to say unload or that's obviously this one. Not really showing anything. Okay. Huh. Weird. I guess we'll have to pick these off one at a time. That's probably what we'll end up doing. It's been a little bit, and we are finally done with all of the soybeans. So I think the best thing to do now is to grab our tractor. We'll hook both of these up together, and we will pull these back to the yard. The other one is already on the yard. I brought that one back a short while ago. And the corn is also done planting. So there's not much left to do in this episode other than to clean up. Whoa. I was going to say, other than to clean up all of my tools that are laying all over the place, and there's a plenty of them laying around, that's for sure. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to go clean up all of our tools, and once I'm all done that, then we will reconvene and we'll do the finale of the episode. Just cleaning up our little corn planter as well. I am being chased by our seed drills, which is quite terrifying to look at, but that's neither here nor there. What I was going to say is I did find another corn planter that is twice as wide as this one. Twice as wide, and although it is a John Deere, I feel like it kind of fits with the aesthetic. You know, we're going for not very modern, and I think that one would actually really work well with our equipment. So maybe in the future when we do some canola or some sunflower, I'll want to purchase said planter and we can see what that would look like. But for today, the planter goes back in the shed, and we will see what happens to it on the next episode. And there we go, all 3 seed drills parked in a row. We got the oldest one parked up front, seeing as, you know, that's probably the one that'll get used most, but you never know, those other 2 might get used a bit yet too. For now, that's just the pattern we're going to park them as. Gonna fuel up my tractor real quick before I park it inside. Realistically, these things should all be washed, but for today we don't have enough time, and you can see the other tractors are quite filthy as well. But we have one last piece of business to do at the store, and I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer than I have to. So let's just jump right over to the store right here. We have a trailer and a tractor. Now the 560, while it's been a good pulling tractor, it's been good as far as strength goes. This hitch just is not what we hoped it to be. It's given us a lot of grief. Probably 80% of our implements cannot hook up to it, and so it is with that thought in mind that we're going to be selling it. So first off, we'll sell the tractor, and we'll also sell this trailer while we're at it. There we have it. Alright, well, that is it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.